Moving on, I would like to invite Dr. Luciano Cardeliccio. I'm very sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Deputy Discipline Director, Architecture, Senior Lecturer in Architectural Construction, PhD, School of Built Environment, Faculty of Arts, Design and Architecture. Dr. Luciano is a researcher, building engineer, and architectural designer. He completed his practice based PhD in architecture and construction at the University of Rome Tor Vergata at the age of 26. At UNSW, he is a senior lecturer in architectural construction. His research interests rely on knowledge creation within the design, development, and construction process of buildings. His research projects focus on accelerated aging patterns of buildings, the contribution of construction culture in the assessment of heritage values, and building innovation led by design agencies. He is a reviewer for academic journals such as Buildings and Building Research and Information, and also a member of the Construction History Society UK. His activities also include teaching courses in architectural technology and construction in the architecture program. Before his appointment at UNSW, he was a senior lecturer in technology and environment at Kent School of Architecture and Planning in the UK. There, he took care of the technology stream of the BARC program. In 2018, he was awarded the Leverhulme Research Fellowship for the project Our Future Heritage. This research focused on investigating the cause of premature decay of two contemporary structures in Rome, designed respectively by award winning architects Richard Meyer and Zaha Hadid. While researching for his PhD, he lectured on and tutored in architectural design at the School of Engineering of Tor Vergata, University of Rome, and coordinated many international summer school programs. He is an international assessor for the research evaluation system of the Russian Confederation, Eurasia, and the National Agency for Research Evaluation of the Italian Ministry of Education and Research. In addition to his academic career, he practiced extensively as an architectural designer and construction manager. He was project manager at DAAD Architects and senior designer at Studio Arsenico EVM in Rome, and designer at Kuwabara Payne McKenna, Bloomberg Architects, and Core Architects, both in Toronto, Canada. His accomplishments also include winning architectural competitions as design team leader. Sir, over to you.
So much, everybody. Thank you for having me. Thank you for the very long presentation, which is very nice of you. Let me start sharing my presentation. Thank you so much, and there's no need to reintroduce myself. You've done a great job doing that. I'm a senior lecturer at University of New South Wales, and I'm here today to talk about the degree that we offer, the Masters of Architecture degree that we offer at UNSW. And with this giving you the opportunity to know a little bit more what it means also studying in Australia. So where we are based first, the campus of University of New South Wales, UNSW, is in Sydney, which is the capital of New South Wales and the financial hub of Australia. As you can see probably from this slide, this is our campus, which is 15 minutes with the tram accessible from the city centre. You can probably see around here the Sydney Opera House. So we are in the eastern suburbs of Sydney, in a very compact, very safe series of buildings. It's also, this map doesn't give, this picture doesn't give justice, but we're also close to one of the best beaches of Sydney. So is a great opportunity to study at UNSW, just giving the different a nice lifestyle there as a student. you also might be able to have. Let me just dive straight into what is the Master of Architecture and what is the structure of it. So the Master of Architecture at University of New South Wales is 2 years. The intake is in T1 and T3, the intake of new students, meaning that you can start in February or September. We have a complete delivery mode now that it's only face-to-face. It's an accredited degree, meaning that after you take this 2 years course, you are eligible to become an architect in Australia. The accreditation, I'm sure you're familiar. It's in a way a recognized feature that showcase the quality of the program. The AACA, so the Architects Accreditation Council of Australia, comes every 5 years to check the quality of what we teach, the quality of the achievement of our students, and thanks to a very severe and long process, is able to accredit us as a Master of Architecture. We just received accreditation for another 5 years, so it's the Master is being commended by this national sets of expertise experts for the quality. I'm talking about the different learning opportunities that you will have for this Master. Why we are recognizable? We are recognizable because we offer 4 different streams. It's when we talk about streams, we're talking about specialization. You already, you in the architecture field, and you know that you can be different type of architects. You can be architects experienced in housing project, in infrastructure projects, in small houses, and we kind of want to, and our Master reflect the different offers and a different career path that you can achieve through being an architect, and that's why we have identified 4 different streams. What is the structure of the Master? As I said, it's a 2 years Master. So we have a first year with the courses that are in green are specific studio classes, where you will be introduced to different aspect of architecture at the Master level. And one of our focus of UNSW in general is that we are recognized as a very practical Masters, a very practical Masters in Architecture. This means that we entirely focus on employability, and this is the result of that is that our graduate gets a job offer really quickly. One of the first ones in Australia. The reason is why the structure of this Master and the way you interact with the tutors and practitioners reflect the job market. And as you can see, the second and the third course studio that you have, it's called Integrated Studio 1 and 2. This is a complete novelty because we ask our students, we teach our students to develop and drive their own creativity and their own idea without losing sight of structural stability, without losing sight of environmental principle, services, materials, and construction. So while you are designing and developing your own project here, you will be fed by all technical knowledge coming from all the different, these other courses like professional practice, structure and structure advanced, environmental, and services. So all these courses that are specifically focused on technology and technical aspect, they are not isolated, but they are actually feeding your creativity into the integrated studio 1 and 2, and that's why we call it integrated studio. And then moving on the second year, the major design studio is a huge opportunity to develop your own project that is entirely based on a trimester that allows you to do a research on a specific topic, a specific subject, on a specific site. So you have 10 weeks to gather all the information necessary to develop the brief of the project that you will be graduated. So it's a great opportunity to expand your knowledge. It's a great opportunity to test your creativity into something that is real, but it's also extremely data driven, extremely informed, because it's not just about a tutor telling you what type of building you have to design or develop. It's about you doing an extensive period of research in order to gather information about social, economical aspect of the area where you're going to design, all the environmental constraints, issues, and resilience opportunities of the area where you're going to design. So it's a huge opportunity to expand your knowledge and then use that knowledge in practice into the major design studios. Finally, we have 4 electives that you can pick in any course of the built environment, and that kind of help you to really shape your education according to the type of architect that you want to be. You can select more elective on sustainability, on net zero, or you can select electives that have a wider spectrum in other schools and School of Engineering. So there is plenty of opportunity to really shape the degree according to your passion, according to what you think would be the correct path and the most passionate path for you. So what are these 4 streams and what are the definition? I always love to talk about this 4 stream using the projects that our graduates have done in order to have, and also to be exposed a little bit more to our project. And the sensibility of this degree, I highly recommend you to follow us on Instagram, UNSW Architecture, so you can see the flavor of the buildings that we ask our students to design, and to see how focused are on employability and the real world. So these 4 streams are called high performance technology, housing, urban condition, and social agency. Let's check the detail of each of this. The high performance technology, and this is Natalie's project, it's all about technology. It's all about the power of technology and materials to deliver sustainable and buildable buildings. So the research that students that choose this stream is extremely focused on delivering a project that is designed in a very sustainable manner, that is designed not only to reduce the operational energy, so not just the energy that you will be using in using this building, but also the carbon footprint of the building. So a lot of engineered timber is explained in the lectures, and you're encouraged to use all these innovative materials that can really reduce the impact on the environment of what you design, thanks to technology. Housing is extremely interesting because the way we design our dwellings has changed dramatically in the last 10 years. Families have changed their way of operating. Cities have become way more compact throughout this the development in the recent years, and therefore housing projects becomes very, very challenging to deliver quality living and well-being living. So we ask our students who choose this stream to really engage with the question, what is modern living? How you can really achieve a good, an excellent way of living in their project. And they answer these questions not only from a very creative way, but as you can see in these images, also engaging with the idea how I'm going to build these ideas, how I'm going to really fabricate these ideas, which is a part that it's almost like a signature for UNSW. We always ask our students to engage with the fabrication on their idea. Urban conditions is instead the third stream, where our students engage with the idea that a building has an impact not only in the surrounding, but in the city itself. So students' research and students' agency is not just focused on one plot of land, but is spread across an analysis that embrace almost a city scale level, and the relationship, the way you design this building has to be connected to the way the city works. And then final, social agency. Social agency is a stream that changes every year and uses architecture and challenges students with the idea that architecture can solve problems or can be part of solving problems. So the brief are always embracing societal problems and asking how architectural design can solve this. Vanessa's project last year was trying to come up with a project, and did come up with a project to improve and increase the connection and the social interactions between the Australian community and the community of refugees coming to Australia. So they're very challenging brief, but extremely rewarding from the student perspective. Apart from the studios and which are, as you see from the structure, the core of the master in architecture, we also offer a variety of studios abroad during our summer term. So January, December and January, we invite students to participate to international studios. Some of them are in Europe, like these recent pictures where you can't see anything, but there's just the snow. Trust me, that was Vienna. And then other pictures here in Cambodia, and other pictures of in China and in Japan. Improving going to these international studios is an awesome opportunity to expand your sensibility as an architect, because you're facing different cities, different lifestyle, different type of societies, and that really train your ability to absorb from different cultures and turn the needs of a specific project into an architectural reality. Other great things that we offer is another summer studios, but with our Sedley chairs in the practice of architecture. They are Richard Hassel and Wong Mun Sun. They are the director of WOHA Singapore, which is this great award-winning international architectural office. They were awarded this chair in the practice of architecture, so they come once a year, and they're running their own studio, and it's a great opportunity for our students to really be invested and exposed to the top of one of the top architecture themes internationally. You can imagine the quality of teaching and learning experience that you can have. Just be surrounded and having this great award-winning practitioners as teachers. The amount of new things that you can learn. Plus, UNSW is one of the few universities that has a strong direct link with the Renzo Piano Building Workshop. So our graduate can apply for and go for a semester abroad to work with Renzo Piano, Pritzker Prize, Renzo Piano in Genoa, in Italy, and have this amazing experience in working in one of the top practices in the world. And again, UNSW, together with few other international university, as this direct link with the Renzo Piano Building Workshop. One student just left this month to start her journey in Genoa and absorbing the beautiful and creative environment in Renzo Piano, in the Renzo Piano Building Workshop in Italy. In terms of knowledge, you will be exposed to we have what we call the Utzen Lecture Collective. You have basically, we invite global leaders in the field of built environment to deliver lectures that you can attend to. So you will always have new knowledge, you will always be exposed to new knowledge, you will always be exposed to the most advanced knowledge, again, from global leaders in Sydney and internationally. In terms of learning environment, we do have great facilities. This is a pictures where you see my colleague Samad teaching using virtual reality, teaching construction using virtual reality technologies and immersive technologies. We have one of the biggest fabrication lab. It's called Design Futures Lab, one of the biggest fabrication lab in Australia, where you will be able to develop models, conceptual models or physical models of your idea through a huge amount of 3D printing or robots or printers, 3D printers in ceramic, and different, and you'll be able to also to shape and to use different materials. It's an amazing space, and it's an amazing opportunity. And then in terms of employability, the first opportunity to create a network that facilitates you getting a job, if you want, in Australia, is of course you turning up into the classes. As I said, the Masters of Architecture at University of New South Wales is extremely connected with the job market. There is a lot of practitioners. The majority of our tutors at the Masters are actually practitioners, that they have their own practice, their own firm here in Sydney. So you will start building your network in already just by learning and attending classes and tutorials. And also you will be able to showcase your graduation project at the exhibition, the graduation exhibitions that we organize every year, where practitioners coming from Sydney and other part of Australia, they turn up, they see your project, you can pitch directly the connection with them, and it's a very dynamic and very successful environment, these exhibition work for employability. I've also been asked to, I'm the guy that is in charge of checking your portfolio when you are seeking admissions at UNSW. So I've been asked also to give you a little bit of tips to how to get, the best possible portfolio in case you want to apply and come to UNSW and study with us. There is, three big themes, of course: the curation of your portfolio. Maybe don't place all your projects that you've been doing. Select the best ones. It's very, very important to highlight particularly the projects in your academic career. Not so much if you're working or if you are applying after a couple of years in practice. If you are including the jobs, the project that you've done in practice, is extremely important that you highlight what was your role. So that's why we prefer to start, or we suggest to start the portfolio with your best academic projects. So it's very clear what was your sensibility, or what was your journey academically, and that's where we place our assessment the most. And then, of course, if you have a lot of projects or projects that you're very proud that you've done in practice, working from different offices, make sure in your portfolio that it's clear what you've done, what was your role, and what was your what were you developed in that specific project. In terms of organization, put your most recent work first. Make it clear that, again, some of them were academics and some of them professional. As I said, remember to mention your contribution in the collective and professional projects. In terms of communication, it happens, and trust me, I received so many portfolio that unfortunately I cannot accept, because each page is full of information. Each page is full of drawings, and they're very and unfortunately they lack of legibility. So it's very hard to dive and really appreciate the effort that you made into a project if the page is just filled of information. So don't be afraid to add an additional page, 2 additional pages, just with the sake and the scope of really extending and clearing up the legibility of your work. At the end of the day, you are putting the best of you on these pages, so you want, as a first scope, for those pages to be legible. So this means that often when you put together a portfolio, you might need to rework some of the drawings that you delivered in your academic journey, just to give a consistency. Imagine a portfolio as a one craft piece of graphic presentation. So you might want to spend sometimes to really boost your opportunity, your chances, to rephrase and reshape some of the drawings in order to give a consistent look throughout the pages. So what we are looking for in this, what we need to see for each project. First of all, site analysis. We want to see how you approach the problem, how you approach the starting point. And so what was the elements that you highlighted in approaching the site, in approaching the project, elements that then were the pillars or became the pillars of your project. And then development diagrams. We want to see how your final project, what was your journey? What was your architectural journey? What is, from the first sketch, from the first idea, how you developed to the final product? We are certainly interested to see the final product, as I will tell you in a second, but we are definitely more interested to see what was your journey, what was your development, and your critical approach that led you to from the site analysis to the final product. Technical drawings, as I said, UNSW for employability. We are very tectonic. So we are really exploring architecture in the detail scale, in the material scale, and that type of investigation. So we like to see technical drawings. We like to see construction details. We like to see that you questions yourself, how I'm going to fabricate this, how I'm going to design this. We like to see projects that one hand in hand with the materials that might be constructed with. And then, of course, the final presentation, the final product presentation. You see all these pages. Look at this page. This page is a page of a successful portfolio. There are only two drawings that talk to each other. There is a rendering with the space, and then there is the 3D visualization, and then the floor plan of where that 3D space is being described. So it's everything. It's neat, is legible. Don't be afraid, in order to increase legibility, to add more pages. Sudha, shall I maybe talk about the other?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, architecture might be, I just want to, take the opportunity also to talk also a little bit of other masters that we offer at the built environment. We have the Master of City Planning, which is a 2 years plan, 2 years master, is commencing in T1 and T3. So the intake are in in February and in September. It's career focus. There is a strong industry links and partnership. Of course, so far in the architecture degree, we talk about buildings mainly. This is about designing, the Master of City Planning, designing cities. And the focus, of course, is designing cities that are sustainable, equitable, healthy, and inspiring. The Master of City Planning is accredited with the Planning Institute of Australia. And then you'll be connected with the Australia's leading urban research center, which is the City Futures Research Center, which is it's here in the built environment, a whole floor of research center about cities and the future, the sustainable, hopefully, future of our city. It's ranked in the top 50 in the world as for architecture and built environment. We also do offer a Master of Landscape Architecture. The duration is 3 years. It's still 2 intakes in T1 and T3. There's undertake an independent research-based design project, and you can add to your professional portfolio with capstone courses as well. It's future focused. It will prepare you for careers of the future with topics like landscape technology, landscape systems and performances, and urban informatics. It's also it's accredited, so it become qualified. It allow you to become qualified to be a registered landscape architect with the Australian Institute of Landscape. The Master of Construction Project Management is a dual degree, and it's combined the Masters of Construction Project Management with the Master of Property Development. That means that you have the opportunity to gain a dual professional accreditation and qualification, and is accredited with the Australian Institute of Building, and commence in T1 and T3. And then a very new master that started this year, which is the Master of Architecture and Property and Development. So you have, again, this one is 3 years. It's a commencing T1 and T3. So you're combining the Master of Architecture that I talked at the beginning of my presentation with the Master of Property Development. We are in the process to get the accreditation for the architectural side, so the Architect Accreditation Council of Australia, but we did already have the accreditation for the property and development part from the Australian Institute of Building. And I'm here to, I don't know if Sudha wants to add anything else, but I'm really happy to take all the questions.
Thank you so much, sir. If there's anyone who has questions, please put them in the chat box, or you can unmute yourself.
We can adopt, is there a specific announcement that we can adopt now? There will be. I think, well, everything that, if you are designing with a focus of sustainability and materiality, really, for us, your portfolio will stand up, because that's with the community engagement, something that it's about, architecture in the real world. We are part of the Faculty of Architecture, Design, Architecture, Arts and Design, and we, our motto is that we like to train and to teach our students to be able to solve problems, the problems of today. So I think in general, if you're able to demonstrate a passion for sustainable resilience in your portfolio, that would help you. Or technical development, good technical drawings which are not coming straight from practice. They are curated as much as the one that I show you. That I think will help you. Thank you. Sudha, do you want to take that one?
Yeah, I will. The tuition fees for the Masters of Architecture is, in Australian dollars, is $46,500. That's the annual tuition cost. And obviously, you would need to demonstrate living expenses, which is around $24,500 as well. So that's the tuition plus the living expenses on per annum basis. However, the university does offer scholarships. Okay, so if you're planning to take admission in the September intake, which is our term 3 intake, there are a couple of, I think there are a total of 4 scholarships that you can apply for. 2 of them are academic merit-based scholarships. So the scholarship team would list, put the students' scores, the final scores, on a rank order. And if you're selected, you would be awarded that. and which is to the tune of about $10,000 per annum. Then we have the International Scientific Coursework Scholarship. This is a higher value scholarship. It has two offers. One is the full tuition fee waiver or a $20,000 per annum. And this is an application-based scholarship. So you would need to respond to specific questions that the team has asked and kind of demonstrate your skills and achievements on the scholarship application. And for this year, we also have an International Student Award, which is based on the personal statement you submit, which is a 15% reduction on the tuition fees on a per annum basis. So these are the 4 scholarships which you can apply for.
Thank you, Sudha. I would never be able to remember. I mean, that's that's. Aisha says, are all these degrees valid for practice in India, or we could only practice in that particular country? The accreditation is national. So the accreditation works nationally, and you'll be able to register in the New South Wales Architects Board. So practicing here in New South Wales. Any other question?
If I might add to that question, Aisha, because you've completed your 5 years of architecture degree in India, that is what is required in India to be registered as an architect. You do get a certificate, right? So that's all you need in order to practice in India. Your initial bachelor's of architecture to be registered in India to practice as an architect. However, if you look at the master's program, they are primarily the specialization programs that we offer. And a lot of the students who decide to come back are working in different industries as architect, because for us in India, your bachelor degree leads you to the registration process in India, and master's is a specialization. So it defines the kind of work opportunity that you're looking to work in, what sector or which particular area of architecture that you're planning to work in.
Thank you, Sudha. Any other?
One last question. Are there any exams or anything like that we need to write or attempt in order to sort of apply?
I'll take that one. So the two, basically 3 main things for the admission processes. One, of course, your performance in your bachelor's degree. So that is very important to us. So we usually take first class degree for the program. And specifically for the Masters of Architecture, the portfolio is a requirement. And I can assure you, Luciano is a tough assessor on the portfolio, so it's not easy to please him. And so please do follow on the guideline which he has mentioned as a part of the presentation. However, it's also very much explained in detail on the website. What the site analysis, the development analysis, all that is very, very detailed on the website. So you can go and refer to the guidelines on the portfolio from there. And the third requirement is the English language test, which is either the English, the IELTS, which is what we require is a 6.5 overall with a minimum of 6 in each of the subtests, or the PTE, which is overall of 64 and minimum of 54 in each of the subtests. So either of these English language tests. So I think only the Masters of Architecture requires the portfolio and not the other degrees, but the remaining 2 criteria still applies for the other degrees.
Thank you, Sudha. Yeah, exactly. If you want to have, I put it in the chat, there's the website of our course. And if you scroll it down, there are there is a different topic. The overview is the first one. The second one is entry requirement. In entry requirement, there's a list. We curated that page specifically with the list and the suggestion I just talked you through today about portfolio. So you can save that website and check it every time, or when you decide to kind of reframe your portfolio, that the information is there.
Thank you so much, Professor. Thank you so much, ma'am. Yeah, thank you so much for being with us here today. It was a pleasure
Thank
having you.
you. Thank you for inviting us. Thank you.